You're standing in a corporate hallway, phone buzzing with a text that makes your blood run cold. You're not invited anymore. Lisa doesn't want you there. The wedding you just spent $120,000 on. Your money. Your sacrifices. I'm Naomi, and I'm about to show you how one text message turned me from the family ATM into their worst nightmare. What I did next didn't just ruin their perfect day. It exposed a web of lies so twisted, even the groom's family ran for the hills. And the best part, I did it all with a smile on my face. Let me paint you the picture of my family dynamic. While other kids were playing video games, I was 12 years old negotiating with utility companies because Dad forgot to pay bills again. My sister Lisa, upstairs blasting music, completely oblivious. By 16, I was working weekends to keep our lights on while maintaining straight A's. This wasn't a choice. It was survival. Fast forward to today. I'm a tech executive, my startup sold for millions, and suddenly everyone remembers my phone number. New car for Dad. Of course, sweetheart. Mom's mortgage when her hours got cut. Don't worry about it. Lisa's security deposit after trashing another apartment. I'll transfer it now. I never said no. Not once. That was my first mistake. When Lisa called at midnight, squealing about her engagement to Tyler, I should have seen the red flags. Just small stuff, she chirped. Maybe you could help with a few deposits. 2 weeks later, she and Mom are in my living room with a spreadsheet that looked like a hostile takeover plan. $120,000. $120,000 for one day. My stomach hit the floor, but their eyes locked on me like heat-seeking missiles. We'll figure it out. Family code for Naomi will pay for it. The next months were a blur of wire transfers, rush deposits because Lisa kept changing her mind, and a non-refundable designer dress that cost more than most people's cars. But here's the kicker. The more I paid, the less welcome I became. I discovered cake tastings through Mom's Facebook posts. Me, the woman paying for the cake. Finding out through social media. I got removed from the bridal group chat because it was too cluttered with vendor talk. Each exclusion was like a paper cut. Small alone, excruciating when they piled up. But the moment that shattered everything. I'm at the florist paying their final balance when I hear Lisa on the phone in the back office. God, she just makes everything about her. It's my wedding, not her business acquisition. I just wish she'd send the money and stay out of it. Those words hit me like a freight train. I sat in my car for an hour, engine off, realizing I wasn't family. I was a walking bank account. That night, something crystallized inside me. I wasn't going to just pull my money. That would be too easy, too quick. No, I was going to let them build their entire fantasy on my foundation, then pull it all out from under them in one devastating moment. I became a CEO conducting due diligence on a bad investment. Screenshots of passive-aggressive texts. Save. Every invoice forwarded to a separate email. Dates, times, exact wording of conversations. Documented. But the final piece came from a casual call with the caterer, Diane. When I mentioned how busy Lisa must be keeping everyone, there was this awkward silence. Then Diane says, "Oh honey, her mother told us to only contact her directly. She said you were going through a difficult patch and we shouldn't bother you." Difficult patch. They weren't just using my money. They were destroying my reputation to explain my absence. The rehearsal dinner arrived. At the ridiculously expensive restaurant I booked and paid for, naturally. The air was thick with fake laughter and champagne bubbles. My family treated me like a strange inconvenience, whispering to Tyler's elegant mother about my stress, and how glad they were I could make it for a little while. When toast time came, I let them all go first. Dad, Mom, the maid of honor, all spouting sentimental garbage. Then I stood up, glass raised, wearing the most serene smile of my life. "Lisa, Tyler, I wish you nothing but the best. And I know how much effort goes into creating perfection. For instance, this beautiful private room. A small price at $15,000. The confused murmur started. Dad's smile cracked. "The 5-course meal you're enjoying with wine pairing. A steal at $22,000. Lisa's face went ghost white. And Lisa, that stunning Vera Wang gown you'll wear tomorrow. All $8,500 of it looked beautiful in the photos you sent to the group chat before removing me. The silence was deafening. You could hear ice shifting in glasses. But I wasn't done. I turned to Tyler's mother with deep, sincere concern. Mrs. Baker, thank you for your understanding about my recent mental instability my family told you about. It's a miracle I'm lucid enough to pay the final bill tonight. Mental health is so important, isn't it? The color drained from Mom's face. Lisa looked like she'd been slapped. Their carefully constructed lies had just imploded, and I was holding the detonator. As chaos erupted, I quietly placed my napkin down and headed for the exit. Lisa and Mom caught me at the door, faces contorted with rage. How could you do this? You ruined everything. I looked at her with no pity, no guilt, just liberating emptiness where decades of manipulation used to live. No, Lisa. I gave you the wedding of your dreams. Every last detail. Consider my absence from your life the second gift. We are done. I walked into the cool night air, leaving them in the doorway of the life I paid for but was no longer welcome in. A year of therapy and boundaries later, I got a real letter at my office. 5 shaky words from Lisa. Can we please talk? I'm sorry. We met at a neutral coffee shop 3 weeks later. She looked smaller, defeated. The wedding never happened. Tyler's family was so appalled they withdrew support immediately. Tyler himself left her 2 weeks later. The shame forced her to finally look at herself, really look. I built my identity around what people thought of me, she admitted. And it was all a house of cards. You just had the guts to blow it down. Today my dinner table is filled with friends who want my company, not my wallet. Lisa and I text occasionally, rebuilding on honesty instead of obligation. I mentor young entrepreneurs now, teaching them they're not backup plans. They're the blueprint. The most valuable table isn't one you're invited to. It's the one you build yourself.